looking at your backswing here, Carolyn, I can see that your left arm looks pretty straight right now. I think there is a huge misconception around how to actually do that
Yeah.
for a lot of players in the golf swing. I think a lot of players set up to the ball and they actually lock it out. They get super tense. Their lead shoulder might move without their back shoulder moving. Before they know it, they haven't rotated, and then it's actually going to break down. And this
Yep.
trail arm is just a passenger in
Yeah.
the golf swing for that movement. And I was watching a video of yours the other day, and you had a great drill of actually placing a golf club underneath your back arm. And this is to help players get the feeling of allowing their lead arm to stay straight. But I want you to kind of talk about more of why it might not stay straight and break down, and why this is a good drill for players.
Yeah, absolutely. And really the arm structure, and that's what we kind of refer to, that whole triangle structure of the top of your backswing. The arm structure right here is really key to establish your width, to establish the height of your hands. The height of your hands is something that, if you look at the tour pros, that's really what's going to determine a lot of your distance.
Yep.
And when I say height of the hands, it's the distance from your hands down to the ground behind you. So if that's like down here, you're going to hit it a lot shorter. And if that's up here, it also explains why, you know, some players that are taller tend to hit it further, because that increases their distance from the ground up. So essentially, with this hands and arm structure, we want to make sure that we rotate well. The core is at the core of this, because if you start the golf swing wrong and you don't get good rotation with your chest and your core back to the top, you're really setting yourself up for not good arm structure. So we want to make sure that we're starting the golf swing correctly, get that rotation, and then be able to really kind of create this structure. So we want to make sure when we swing back, we feel like we keep our belly button in our hands in front, and the relationship here is especially important, starting away. See how my belly button is really starting the golf swing, not the hands. And then we want to make sure that from here, you feel like when you go up, you can actually now, because your chest is rotated, you want to make sure that those hands stay in front of the center of your chest. As Kerrod was pointing out, a lot of people just kind of don't rotate their chest back. And it really looks like that left arm and that lead arm is really across my chest here. If you look at me from down the line, it's going to be like a lot of, not the right type of connection. It'll be very much across and touching, versus if I'm rotated, see how there is now space. And now my trail arm can be bent 90 degrees. If that overbends, you have no shot at actually keeping that arm straight either. So rotation with the core and the chest to establish this arm structure is key.
Perfect. So set up to that golf ball for me. And one of the main keys that I really want to double down here, and I do this a lot in my own coaching practice, and Carolyn does as well, is making sure that it is the rotation of the body which is moving the arms into position. And if we're getting super technical, yes, there is a shift of pressure into our back foot that then frees up the body to get into that position. But essentially, really, the chest is the engine for moving the arms into position. And that is very key to understand, because if you're just trying to keep the left arm straight, there's a good chance it's actually just going to break down. So ensuring we've got that rotation of the body first. So slowly go back to lead arm parallel for me, Carolyn. Great. Perfect, fantastic. And then about by this stage here, the reference at home is that we're going to have the chest and the hands relatively in line. And this is our very, very, very first checkpoint. If you go back to the ball for me and you see when you video yourself, if you just swing back with no chest rotation for me, and you're going to about here and you go, well, my left arm's straight, this is great, but you see your chest is facing down towards the ball there. If Carolyn was trying to max out a rotation then, she's gonna have a very flat and a round golf swing, and she's gonna hit behind the golf ball. A quick heads up, if you want a free swing review, well, I'm currently giving away personalized feedback to every single golfer inside my online community. Players of all levels from around the globe upload their swings, and I send them back custom video breakdowns showing them exactly what they need to work on next. Click the link in the description for 7 days of complete access, not only to the swing review, but also to every single one of my premium instructional videos, normally worth hundreds of dollars. Go ahead and check it out, and I can't wait to help you improve your game. So if you set up once more, that first few feet of the golf swing, ensuring that you're rotating the chest, and then from there, setting the club in front. Now from here, we're going to talk specifically about how to maintain the structure of that arm. Carolyn touched on the back arm of keeping that width, and you'll find if you get this section of the swing correct, it's significantly easier later on in the swing to maintain that. Now, the drill that we saw you doing here, Carolyn, you actually grab this golf club and let's say a player is doing this, they're getting to this stage, what can they do with the golf club to ensure that they're keeping the structure of that lead arm there?
Yeah, absolutely. So what I like to do is I just like to put that under my trail arm and then pretend, and you can take another club if you want to, but you can just pretend as a drill that you're holding it. And then as you're swinging up, you want to make sure that it really does two things: the connection of that trail arm and letting it fold appropriately, and then feeling like you're pushing up with that lead arm, especially halfway back, what Kerrod was referring to, that lead arm parallel to the ground position in the backswing. This is really feeling like you're pushing up right here, and you feel that weight kind of bouncing it.
Yep.
And I really love that drill because it just gives a feedback, it gives feeling, and it makes you rotate.
Yeah, big time. And one of the real keys to this drill is actually the golf club being under the back armpit, because if you didn't have that, let's say you have it underneath the arm, well, essentially you're going to create no width. And within reason, we want our armpit to stay connected to our body as we swing back. And that ensures that, as we talked about earlier on in this video, that you're at least getting the necessary rotation combined with that width to achieve that beautiful backswing structure, which is really going to help and assist at the moment of impact. There's a concept in golf of ensuring that your hands stay relatively in front of your body. And if we think about any high-level ball striker out there, every player starts with their hands in front of their body, and every player at the moment of impact gets them back in front. So if you're able to maintain that throughout the backswing as much as possible, sure, it's going to move a little bit behind, but if you're able to maintain that as much as possible, you've got a better chance of striking the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, so let's set up to the golf ball here for me. I just want you to do one more rehearsal of the golf club underneath that back arm so players can watch that. Perfect.
Right up here.
Rotation and bounce it off the lead arm.
I love doing this drill halfway. Half shots is really, when you are somebody that struggles with this, half shots are going to be your best friend.
Perfect, great. Chuck that club in your hands and chip one down there for us.
Thanks for watching this video. YouTube thinks that you would benefit from watching this one next. So click that card and it could be the tip that you need to take your game to the next level. I'll see you next time.